Hey. Welcome back to the VAR Room, where Americans talk soccer. I'm your co-host today, Idris, and alongside me, Jun. How are you doing today, Jun?
Oh.
Thank you to all our subscribers. Make sure you hit that like button. More content's coming. So we'd like to see that like button, and we see
Smash
you
that.
out there. Yeah, smash that. But today, it's Banter City, it's Mud FC, KE Hopkins FC. You know them way there. Will it ever get better for Tottenham Hotspur and Arsenal? They have seemed to hit the lowest of lows this season. And is it ever going to come back? Are they ever going to come back to their glory days? I mean, for Arsenal, I don't know if I can speak for Spuds. They don't have glory days. But banter aside, you
Yo,
know the vibes.
Idris,
So,
say Tottenham.
Tottenham,
Say Arsenal.
Arsenal. This man got jokes, but yeah, I'm gonna we're gonna try to keep this one short as well. I'm just gonna let June get his rant out there where he sees his club going from here because they've hit a low, and let us know how you're feeling, June. Come on.
Yeah, honestly, our last game against Leeds, I was very, very disappointed with our performance. I think there's just something up with the players too about how much they want it, how much they want to win. Honestly, this was the best lineup that I expected from Spurs. Harry Kane on top, Sonny, Ali, and Gareth Bale. I think Ali's coming back to his form, so I'm happy to see that. And Hoybier and Lo Celso, yeah, I'm happy with that as well. Reguilon, Reguilon had a terrible last game, but the thing is that we don't have any options other than Reguilon, so Reguilon should be there. And Aria showed a great performance last game, and this game also he did pretty decent. And overall, this game, Sonny scored a goal, but it wasn't enough. We lost to Leeds United, Stuart Dallas, Patrick Bamford, Rodrigo. Just we got touched, dude. We didn't have any way out of this. It looks like it was a pretty dominant performance by Leeds, and this pretty much sums up our season. I'm not even sure if we're gonna make Europa this season. It's pretty bad. It's been pretty bad, and yeah, honestly, a lot of people were talking that we shouldn't have sacked Mourinho before his FA Cup. I mean, the Carabao Cup, like a week before. But honestly, I don't think that would have made a difference. It's just like our problem is so deep rooted and our mentality is not there. So I don't think it would have made a big difference. Yes, like I don't agree with certain decisions that Ryan Mason made, like Harry Winks and Sissoko subbing in, but I don't think it would have made a difference in my perspective because we never showed consistency this season. We never showed consistency. We started off beginning really well. We're in the top. We're number one for a second. And then, you know, them way there. We parked the bus again. We started parking the bus. 1 bus, 2 bus, 3 bus, 4 bus. And then the parking lot just became full capacity. And we started dropping. We lost to Europa. We lost to mid-table teams in EPL. And we sacked the manager. We're losing a lot of money. And boom, like where are we at? Do we have a plan for a future? Do we have a plan for youngsters? Are we helping them grow? How are we even playing them in our starting lineup? Nope, nothing. We just have these players that come and go. That are playing for us, and they might even leave because, yeah, this club right now is in shambles. And yeah, what was Eric Lamela doing, man? He's trying that Rabona again while we're losing 3-1. What the hell is going on? Come on. We're losing. Play some legit football. I mean, he had a pretty amazing goal, Rabona, but I know he loves Rabona, but not the right time, man. Not the right time, man. yeah, it's been terrible. Kane's probably gonna leave. Sonny's talking about new contract with Tottenham, but I think he should go for a second to other club to win some trophies because in Tottenham, I don't think um realistically speaking, I hate to say it, but it just seems so far away because yeah, we're not working on rebuilding. We don't have like we're not even like close to winning the title. We don't show any consistency. We're not an attractive club anymore for the managers to come, you know. And the Super League, we participate in Super League. We were chasing money, and now it's like I just say I don't know. Like it just seems like this club is becoming a money club, you know. They got that beautiful stadium out there, a very huge tourist attraction, get a lot of money, but what's actually going into that rebuilding process of the team, it's really not happening. It's really not there, dude. Yeah, let's put some youngsters up in the pitch. Like, let's bring some youngster center backs or sign some players from Championship League. And you know, David Moyes, I think really have him because even till now, he's like eyeing on this guy in Blackburn Rovers. He just scored a hat trick, and he's thinking about signing him. And he signed Jared Bowen from Hull City. Guess where he's at now? He's almost scoring 10 goals this season, and he's became a crucial player, key player in West Ham. And yeah, he wants it. Jared Bowen, he wants to prove himself on the pitch, and I can feel the energy, you know, but I don't feel the energy with the Spurs team. That's why I think we need to work on signing these players. Doesn't matter if it's lower division or whatever. We have to risk it and we have to play them. We have to find out. Yeah. So that's where it's at right now for Spurs, unfortunately. Yeah. What about you, Idris? What's going on with the other side of the North London?
We're still better than Spuds. I'm just gonna put that out there because Spuds are forever gonna be in the mud. But yeah,
You're 10th, bro. Stay in your
I
place.
oh well, I'm 10th while you're still 2 miles and like 30 trophies behind me. But that's that that's beside the point. Anyway, but yeah, Arsenal season's been done. Season's been done and dusted in November, man. Like the league was done, crashed out of the FA Cup, crashed out of the Carabao Cup. The only hope we had was Europa League, and we got knocked out by our old manager, who we fired, by the way, in such a shit fashion. You know,
Yeah.
it's
We're
not
married.
good enough. It was not good enough. Like we were playing like we had like a 4 goal lead, and we're just trying to protect it against Villarreal. Such a dead game, and it was. I mean, even if we made it to the finals, United would have slapped us up because like we're that bad. But it's still a final, you know. Some days your players might be on it, you know. Your big name players might just show up, you know. But yeah, Arsenal is at a low. No European football for us next season. It's looking like, I mean, first time in 25 years we've gone backwards, and it's an all-time low for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Like the fan base is toxic, and before anything else, let me get this in. Arteta out.
Get out.
So yeah, Arteta out, Kroenke out. All of them mans can go. Like it's like you said, they've turned football into money making machines. You know,
Yeah.
it's all about the money now. They don't really care about the fans or the football. Like look at look at Chelsea. Look at Man City. Chelsea finished 10th in the 2015-2016 season. I don't think they finished below fifth since then. Their owner was like, never again, fired the manager, got a new manager in. I think they won the title the season after. Like, they're a good club. Like, this season, even though everyone was like, yeah, Frank Lampard needed some time. They did spend 250 million in the summer. They were supposed to be challenging for the title, Champions League. Fired Lampard, got a good coach in, and look at them now. Champions League final, FA Cup final, top four pretty much secured for them. And it's like, I mean, I'm not one for chopping and changing, but like they have an owner that doesn't care about the money. He puts his own money in. He wants to win. Like how I think about it is like, if you win the Premier League, you get like 200 million in winning earnings, and that's from TV deals and the likes. Like if you spend 200 million in the summer, you're basically making your money back, you know, kind of. Even though, so that's how I used to think about. But these owners don't care. They're just taking money out of the club, and it's a money making machine. Like I really don't know where Arsenal goes from here. The reports that the owners now want to invest in the club, but I don't trust them to make the right signings. You know, like you said, it's not all about like big money signings. It's not about spending 80 million, 100 million on a player. You know, you got to be smart. Look at Leicester. They've been smart. They sold probably three of their best players in the last 5 years: Mahrez, Conte, Maguire, Chilwell, and they've got good backups from there. Castagna, James Justin, Ndidi, Harvey Barnes from their academy, like Madison, you know, and like they barely broke 100 million for all those players, you know. And it's just like they're a smart business. Same thing with Liverpool. Like Liverpool, I mean, they did sign a few high signings like Alisson and Van Dijk, but they bought Salah for like 40 million, like not that much, you know. It's not about big money signings, you know. You gotta invest smart. Give the academy kids some time, you know. Yeah. Like, and it's just it just hurts, you know. Like, you know, they say be there for your club in the dark times, but man, this is darker than the dark times. It's really hard. Like, you go online, you see fans that are like passionate, but there's some fans that are even wishing their team loses so like the owner can sell or a manager can get sacked, you know. And once it gets to that point, I think it's just very toxic. You know, like you never want to see your team lose. And I personally don't trust Arsenal, like the board, Arteta, to get it right this summer, you know. Sell the right players, buy the right players. I really don't trust them, to be honest. And that's my biggest fear, because I feel like we've kind of lowered our standards and it might get worse. Like, I think about it, like, can't get worse, but I said that last season. We finished 8th last season. Okay, we won the FA Cup, but we still finished 8th last season. And it got worse. Like, we're 10th. Yeah. With 3 games to go. We're 10th in the league with 3 games to go. Like, if you told me 5 years ago, like, at some point Arsenal will be 10th in the league, I'll laugh at you. but that's just the reality. And, like, it's just really painful, you know. Like, you see other clubs. You see Man City. They're about to win their 3rd title in, like, 4 years. You see United. Like, even though they haven't been great, but they've made progress. They're 2nd. You see Leicester. You see West Ham. You see Chelsea. You see all these other clubs that are being run very well. Then you see your club that's just has money-hungry owners. And it's just hard, you know. Like, Arsenal are not a team that, like, granted, we're not a team. We don't have like enough quality to be a top 4 team, I think personally, but we have better quality to be 10th in the league. You know, we should not be 10th in the league. That's massively underachieving, and a lot has to go, and a lot of players have to leave. I think it's going to be hard to, because you can't just sell like half your squad and buy another half a squad like in one summer. Like, when you're not Chelsea, you know, Chelsea have an owner that's willing to give them 500 million of his own money if needed. Like, they basically bought half a squad this summer, like the past summer. Like, they have the money for that. They know what they want. I don't have that type of owner. My owner would give us 15 million and be like, yeah, I gave you money. Like, the fuck is 15 million going to buy in this market, you know? And like, yeah, we need other things. We need a backup goalkeeper. We need a right back. We need a backup left back. We need like at least 3 midfielders. Probably another striker if Lacazette leaves. And like, I think the only exciting thing for Arsenal fans is that we have like some really young talent. Kieran Tierney is 23. Gabriel is 22. Saka is 19. Smith Rowe is 19. Martinelli is 19. You know, those are the only bright sparks for Arsenal fans right now. The rest is just underwhelming, and it's really sad. And there are reports that a lot of players went out from Arsenal, which is a good thing and a bad thing. And a good thing because we get to get rid of the dead wood, but it's a bad thing if we don't replace them like the right way. Because like it's all fun and games going out to buy players you think that will work out. Like look at Pepe. Like I like Pepe. I think there's still a player in there, but like 72 million? Are you kidding me? Like, oh my days, 72 million. You could have got some other players, that for that same amount, 2-3 other players, like he can't even get a game ahead of Bukayo Saka, who's from our academy. Like, why didn't they think about that before they spent 72 million on him? Like, if we're to sell him now, I don't think we'll get at least 20 million for him. That's how bad he's been, Like when you get a big money signing, you try. They're the ones that make a difference. Look at Van Dijk. Look at Ruben Diaz at City. Like those are good. Those are big money signings, game changers, and he's just been underwhelming. And it's really scary. It can get worse. Like at some point we're 15th in the league and we're talking about a relegation battle. Maybe next season we might have to be having that discussion again. Who knows? But it's really bad. It's really bad. I don't know where we go from here. Like I said, I think the only bright spot is because of the youngsters we have. But apart from that, it's looking very, very dark.
What do you think is going to happen with your situation with Kroenke?
Rumors are the one of the co-founders of Spotify wants to buy it, but Kroenke has put his foot down and said he does not want to sell. And I honestly don't blame him. Like, he probably bought the club for like 700, 600 million 15 years ago. Arsenal is worth like 1.5 billion now. Like he's basically doubled his money. So why would he sell? And with the TV deals that are coming out and everything, I mean, Super League, UEFA changing like their competition structures, like that's just free money for him. Basically, it's basically printing money at this point. So like he has no incentive to sell, but fans want him out. He's been here for 15 years. They do not trust him. Like, who will trust him? And it's just a shit show. So I don't think he's going to sell.
Yeah. What does he have to do next season for you to say Kroenke in, or the fans?
He can't do anything. It's been 15 years. He can't suddenly just care now, I mean, I don't think he has the balls of steel. Like, and it all comes down to like appointments. When Wenger left, everybody knew it would be big shoes to fill. Like, he's Arsenal's greatest manager. He was there for 20 years, won trophies. He's done great things. And like, I always bring up Chelsea, even though I don't like Chelsea, but like, when they sacked their manager when he won the Champions League. That's a big club. That's a winning club. Like, we got Unai Emery. It didn't work out. He got us to the Europa League final. He lost it. Excuse me. He lost it. It just didn't work out. Good. Emery's an experienced manager. It didn't work out for an experienced manager. What does any club decide, like any big club, do? They go out, they put the money on the table, they get a big manager. Go get Nagelsmann from Leipzig that time. Give him 20 million. Good young coach. You wanted a young coach. Go get Ten Hag. Go get Ancelotti. He has experience. He's managed big clubs. He's managed Real Madrid, for crying out loud. Like, you know what the board does? They go get Pep's number 2, who has never managed in his life, and they give him probably the biggest job of his career. And hey, go manage the club. Go learn on the job. That, I mean, as fans, nobody wanted Arteta, but as fans, you always come back. You always want your club to do good, Yeah. As fans, we backed him, gave him time. He won us the FA Cup. Good. I mean, it's not all on Arteta because, like, they didn't really back him in the summer. They bought him Thomas Partey, a goalkeeper, a defender, and Willian. Willian has been underwhelming as well. That's 4 players, and that's not a lot for an already underachieving squad. but you still have to get the best out of your squad. We've seen it with West Ham. Like Moyes is getting the best out of these men. Like they are fighting for that man, and it's just not good enough. And that's where kind of the downfall was. Like they can't make the right appointment. They can't do anything. They probably don't even know we play week in, week out. Josh Kroenke's or Stan Kroenke's probably somewhere in Denver fucking around. Like he probably didn't even know we crashed out of the Europa League. Like he does not care. All he cares about is the money that comes in at the end of the year or at the end of the season. Like he does not really care, and that's where the problem lies. Like if you have an owner that's passive, it does not care. Like he's just like, yeah, get into Europe. The money will come in. Blah blah blah. It's going to be bad, and it's reached. Fans are done. He can't do anything to turn the fans. They want him out. There's a protest at today's game for Arsenal to get Kroenke out, but again, I don't think he's going to sell. He's a greedy American, so he's not going to sell. So I don't know what happens.
I think you guys need a striker.
We need a lot of things. We need a whole new defense. We need a whole new midfield. Definitely need a striker.
Yeah, I think Obama is done, dude.
He's been underwhelming this season. I think. I mean, I honestly don't blame him. He has carried us for the past 3 seasons. I'm not gonna lie. Like his goals won us the FA Cup. His goals kept us from being shit when Emery was here. Arteta's first few months, it was his goals really. Like no one in this you don't put any striker in this current Arsenal team and expect them to score over 15 goals at max. He scored 22, 21 in those few seasons. Like that's a lot, And like he was going to run out of steam eventually. He's not getting any younger, but like we need a young striker, and I think the way to go is youth now. I really do. Like it's no more about signing players who are like vastly experienced, 28, 29. It's about signing young players, and giving them a chance, because we've seen it. We've seen Foden, Saka. We've seen the likes of what's his name, Greenwood, Mason Mount. Like they're hungry. They have something to prove, and I think that's just the way forward. And we have to get a right balance of young talent and experienced talent. So I don't know.
Yeah. For me, every time I see Spurs transfer, I've been watching their transfer like past 3 years. We always get the quality of like the mid to good, mid to good. Not like we never get the quality players like Bruno Fernandes quality, like a guaranteed he's going to be a success. We always get the quality that, yes, they were at a big club, but they're kind of on the downfall and they're looking for a new club. And it's never like moving to Spurs is never like I'm going to go there for a bigger challenge. I'm going to be an upgrade, right? It doesn't feel like that, dude. It doesn't feel like an upgrade for these players. Plus, like, I don't think we're getting the players that will get us to the next level, Like you said, Ruben Diaz, Laporte. Those are some like great signings that everyone knew that those are going to be a great addition to the Man City squad. And so first of all, there's 2 things. First, are these players attracted to come to Spurs? No. Second of all, do we have the money to support that? No. So there goes the first 2 options. Then third option that we have is bring the young players from the youth academy or sign the players for Football League 1 or Champions League, English Championship, or like La Liga, like mid-table or whatever, right? Get those signings that are cheaper and has potentials. Are we doing that? Are we bringing young players up? Are we signing these players are we scouting heavy from these players? No, we're not doing anything. And like you said, Kroenke and Enoch, I think I view it the same way. We just want the money. We just want to see, There's literally it's printing money out there. You know, Tottenham Spurs, the stadium. You know, it's such a huge tourist attraction. It's printing money, but do we ever see a time where we really invested in a player, or do we make it into a attractive club for these players to come? You know, I don't think so. I think it's just we're just a popular club. That's it. We're just a popular club, but lacking quality right now. In the mud, dude. In the mud.
The mud is where it's at. Yeah, it's tough. I don't know where both teams go from here. You know, like I like to say like we're very behind the top teams. And when I say top teams, Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool, even United, like you might shit on United, but I like to say Arsenal at least 5 years behind them. And if we don't get it right this summer, the gap is just gonna grow larger and larger. So, like you said, how attractive are Arsenal and Spurs now? Like, if Arsenal and Spurs want a quality player, and let's say a Man City come in, they're obviously going to go to one team. Like, even if a Chelsea come in, even if a Leicester comes in now, they might be more inclined to go to Leicester. Like, that's how bad it is. Yeah, so that's just how bad it is. And like, they need to get it right this summer. It's very important they get it right this summer, because if they don't, it's just going to get worse, and we'll be here again next summer talking about the same exact thing. And are they going to get it right that summer? Nope. So it's just a cycle.
Because in Leicester, you know you're going to develop for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Leicester, they've been since they won the league, they've been a constantly good team, you know. So like, they have a good manager in Brendan Rodgers. I like him. They're a well-run club, like I said before. They sell a lot of their big name players, you know, but they get the right replacements. They get young talent, and they replace them very well. So it's like, what else can you ask for if you're a young talent and you look at it and you're like, do I go to Spurs, or do I go to Arsenal, or do I go to Leicester, where I know I'll get game time, have a manager that's going to believe in me, and hopefully if I want to make that step up, I can go to a big team, another big team, maybe a City, or even out of Europe, go to Bayern Munich, you know?
Yeah.
Like, Arsenal and Spurs is not a step up, like you said. Like, when people come to those teams, you're like, okay, that's a big step up in their career. But now it's just like, it's just
a popular club, dude. Just famous club.
Yeah, and that's bad. So we can only hope for the best, but it's the hope that kills, isn't it?
Yeah. Well said, Idris. Well said. Yeah, I don't even know, man. Like, it's been very mentally tough, you know, to watch, just going up and down, inconsistency, and I think for both of us being knocked off of the Europa stage is huge. Like, especially it was huge for us. We lost to Dinamo Zagreb.
Wi-Fi passwords.
Wi-Fi password. How do you let a man have a hat trick while we're winning?
He wasn't even a striker. He was a winger.
He was a winger, and we don't even know how to park the bus anymore. But yeah.
Any closing remarks, man?
So I just hope these clubs work on what they need to improve on. Personally, there's one thing that I really want Spurs to work on is look at English Championship, Football League One. Let's get the players from there. Rodon, he was Swansea. Pretty happy with it, honestly. We need more players like him to give competition for other players. So let's get the players in and create those competitions for current players. And let's develop. Yeah. What about you, Idris?
Yeah, I agree. Like, if we can't attract the big talents, I mean, we can't get the big talents. Might as well just go to the championship. Like
Yeah,
clubs have been doing it for years. Like Liverpool got Andy Robertson from the championship for how much? Barely
bargain.
a bargain. Look at him now, probably one of the best left backs in the world. So yeah, I think Arsenal and Spurs. I think it's a pride thing. They're like, we're too big to go to champ. No, you're not. Nobody's too big to go. Like you can find gems in the championship. Like look at West Ham. They got Ben Rama from the championship. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's taken him some time to get like into the Premier League, but he's a good signing. He has potential. Ollie Watkins, he came from the championship. Like
yeah,
these are players from the championship that with hard work, like these are players that want to work hard and prove something, Like if a team believes in you and they're like, hey, you're too good for the championship, you should be playing in the Premier League. You want to give everything. So
yeah.
they have to do that. Like you said, they have to go recruiting outside. Like it might be better for them to just like lay off the big money signings for now till they get to where they need to be.
I agree. Yeah, I think we need the big signings, but also have to work on those little things.
Mm-hmm.
We have to build a foundation before doing that.
Agreed. So, yeah. Let us know in the comments below if you're a Spurs or Arsenal fan, and if not, if you're not, just give us your take on what you think is wrong with both clubs. Because they're
Yeah,
they're not even in the mud now; they're below the mud. So,
yeah. We're not even. We're dust now. We're dust.
so let us know. Anything to close, Jun?
No, just thanks for listening always. Make sure you hit that subscribe and like button, and we'll see you again. What about you, Idris? Closing remarks?
Okay, thank you guys for listening. This was probably a rant from us, but again, thank you guys, and see you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.